morning. Today's topic, I have I was requested to talk about EKIS. X. All right. So based on a lot of system, X is one of the standout to all of them. Every single system that I know is based their striking to X, and there's some that have a beautiful transformation of it. You know, a lot of good background, but I like to talk about strategy first, okay? Because the strike is already there. You know, your pattern is already common. X means X. So I think what we should do is let's go to the movement before we talk about strategy. Okay, so let's go to the movement and see if this makes sense. Use it. If it doesn't make sense, ignore this. Okay, so I'm gonna use it right here. Come back. So first start with 1. See, 1. That's it. This is the first one. This is the forward, and this is the then this is the upward. Yeah, one more time. So I'm talking X. See, 1 and 2. So then they have 3 and 4, which is come from here. 1. See, 1 and then 3 and 4. So we start with that. That's very simple topic first. X. What is X? What is the target of that X? Well, the target could be as big, from the neck, head, ribs, belly, legs, groin. So target could be various. Even right on your hand, a small X. So if you use that, you have to really learn how to focus on that middle of that X, because that's your middle of the X is the target. The middle of the X is the target. See, you're gonna meet it. This is gonna be A. That's just gonna be C. And then go back, A again, and then C. So right in the middle, from 0, 100, 200, 0, 100, 200, and that's what you want to make sure that you do. And then this one is just pulling, relaxing. The impact, the power is from here through here, and then from this one there's no power, just relaxing. And then go back right here, boom, and then power. So very easy to execute, very easy to follow, but somehow it could be very dangerous too. Yeah, because you are following the same area of strike that we do. So we're gonna put that into consideration, what we can add to make sure that this X will be effective. Okay, so figure out that somebody's in front of you, and he will strike the same way, number 1 on the X and number 2 X. So that's what you're going to be based upon your base defense. Okay, so let's say it's going to be right there, and all of a sudden the first thing what you're going to do, right? If you do the X, this is my force to force, or step outside and hit him before you can hit you. And the same way right here, this is go with the force if he's striking number 1, or step to the side and direct hit him. So those kind of things, strategy. And in the bottom, the things in the bottom is our eyesight always look at down, up. Our eyesight is very simple to watch that. Eyesight, they always look at it. When this camera right here, we can see it easily than the one that coming from the top or to the side. Yeah, we overlook. So with this camera right here, so gotta be, all you need to do is really measure. If you like to come in or walk out or step back, You could, but you gotta time it. Time is the essence here, you know. Very easy to say move forward or move backward. You know, very easy. The hard part is to do it effectively. So, before using my blade, you know, I want to make sure that you know you're on that, stepping back. Don't even think. If you step back right here, just because you realize that he's coming into your distance. Boom in. That's one of the tricks. So if you come up, bam, bam, you go back in. Yeah, go back out. Or shuffle. Boom in. Go back again. Shuffle. So it's not necessarily to stay, but when you see when you shuffle it, you don't want to be lean. Two, get out too far. Yeah, because get out too far is like start from the beginning. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab this. So we have a base thing. I'm gonna put this in here. So if you have, because you know I don't want to use this. Come up from this side. Okay, figure out your stances. What is the stances you do? Oh, this one right here. This one. Oh, right here. Oh, right here. Okay lang. You know, it's whatever you use. You know, if you're Filipino, most of the time they said, bahala na. You know, ito na yan. You know, but if you're not Filipino, you are American, I would say that's, well, what is your comfortable position? Let it be there. You know, if that's your comfortable position, is put it, rest it to your shoulder, and you just work on it. Go back. You see? And that's what it is right here. Pam, pam, go back. You know, and you could use this as force-to-force counter, and then counter. Force-to-force counter, counter. So that's what it is. So you one step, 1, 2, 3. Don't even step. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. So that kind of thing. You want to make sure that you have to have an automatic response, you know, but also have a perfect sense where your weapons has to be going when the strike is coming. Because most of the time we will hit the hand, but our hand has to be at least angled out that it cannot be reached. Because if you are just going to be right here and you're doing the same, then it's going to look like 50-50. I know it's hard to demonstrate the technique effectively if you don't have an opponent in front of you. But just picture, I'm not here to show how to defeat them. I'm showing you how to use the X. Yeah? Here, go back in. You can easily go in, go back out. You can easily forward, backward. Forward, backward. So that's what the thing is. And get the habit of pulling your weapon after you strike. Okay? Huh? Pull. Don't leave it there. A lot of time when you go from this, you go right here, and then you leave it there. Chances are you're giving them too much targets. Okay? So that's one. Two. Okay, that's one. Footwork and learning the movement first. Then you start adding to your footwork, adding to your strategy. Yeah? So maybe go with the force as a striking. You go right here and then you put your footwork now sideward this way. Very simple. Come up from this side and here we go. Go back in. Alright? Here we go. And here's the strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That considering the strike is this. It means my front opponent. So you do it push and then cut. Don't just get used to one and cut, you know. Don't always think that one strike is enough. You always have to multiple, and you do it fast enough. And add some. Right now we're not adding anything. All we're using is X. Go back in 1. We're repeating that X. That'll work. Back on the days when I compete, I I start with this, start with this move, and then here we go, boom, boom, step back, boom, boom, right there, or step to the side. Those is the strategy that you might use competing. But the most important is never strike only once. Always strike 4 times at least. So that's what my dad said. You gotta have at least 4 strikes before you move out. So when you come up from the side, hit, boom, boom, get out. And then do it again. Get out again. So if you can, that's what things. Minimum, maybe 3, but 4 is the perfect sense because you're doing a double action strike. Therefore, to repeat that. So if you do add 5, it become boom, boom, and then 5. Now it become a reverse. That's what it is, right? Then you can put up and down, footwork, So strategy is always, finding out where is effectiveness or effectively use this technique rather than wait for his action, because you cannot just wait for his action. It could be changed. It could be striking different strike, and you have only this strategy. Guess what? Might work to some, might not work to others. Yeah. So footwork wise, you go forward, you step back. Yeah. Step forward, step back. Step to the side. Yeah. Step to the side. So that's kind of thing. You want to make sure of that. So again, whatever position you have, make sure you are in fighting stances. Don't try to be cool standing like this if I want to fight. Try to. The more you treat this as ready in stance, the more it's easier for you to use because you are constantly ready. You want to make sure that you're ready. So that's it. I will leave you that because it's not much to explore. I cannot do abanico, I cannot do anything because the specific question is EKIS. And the EKIS could be drop, or drop up and then go back up. And then drop up again and go back up. So that's how hard it is, come up here, running. So that's the first thing, either force to force or hit him before he get there, or go with the force or hit him directly and then come back. Now, this could be hit to the head and this could be hit on the legs. Could be hit on the, body and hit on the hips. And then your upward could be hit on the groin, knee, or armpit, or even to the neck. And then come back with arm. So you have your strategy to be laid out and really, ideally, aligned to each part of his body rather than one target. Oh, my target is only hand. My target is only head. My target is only knee. No, make a variety of target. So this is head. This is shoulder. This is elbow. This is hips. And then come back groin, or knee, groin, hips, armpit, head. So you have all of those. And not to say that you can also use the X to the other side. Yeah, when we do this. So come up from here, follow through right here, and go back in it. So that's what it is right here. It's side X. You see it? So when you come up from here, this is the right here, hit, and then come back, hit. Same way. See? Then hit, and then come back here. Yeah? So the hit is 1, 2. See? 1, 2. So that's also X. To us, that's also X. So I want you to explore what is the beauty of this X. Very common system that used in Filipino martial art. EKIS. Okay? Everybody has those. So again, hopefully I help you. So again, I'm gonna repeat it. You add your footwork, back part, step forward, step back, and then add your strike. Boom, step back. step forward, step back. Or 1, 2, step back with going back up. Or going back up right here and step back with forward. Then you have this, and then you have this. Go back in, see? Go back out. So you can easily go here. And here we go. And go back in. So you see all of those combination of EKIS could be used in different scenario. Long range, medium range, close range. Of course, when you go close range, left hand could be used. Hopefully this help you. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, message me. Follow Garemot Arnis Training and Gat Puno Abon. Subscribe to my channel. Pugat.